Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Gigi of GGmadeit.com. You know, the knitter, the blogger, and the iconic Orange Lady. Coming to you a week or so late because, all of the things are happening right now. So, I have FOs, I have knit collage, I have knit stars, I have whips, and I just came back from Bainbridge, Washington. You ready? Let's talk about it. So we're going to start with, why were you in Bainbridge, Washington, Gigi? Is that your question? Well, remember probably a week or so ago, or the last episode, maybe the one before that, I was looking for something else and I came across some yarn and I was like, oops, I can't show you that. That's because that was a collab between Lamb Kid and Lola Bean Yarn Co. This yarn is a new orange and it is called OMGG. OMGG, and this is on the Clarence base, and this is the latest Lola Bean orange, and it's called Picante, and it's on the Otebo Bean base. So, what'd you do with those, Gigi? Why'd you need those two together? Well, since we were going out for a visit, yes, it was me, Adela, and Jimmy. We had a party, we had brunch, we had a good thing, but we also was part of the launch of this beautiful shawl. It is called the Duet Shawl because Lamb and Kid and Lola Bean. Duet. I'm the knitter, they're the dyers, and I'm going to put a picture in here with the designer who is Wanderlust Knitter, Caitlin. I got to meet her this weekend. It was just a fabulous time. This pattern is free on Ravelry. They have the kits available at Lamb and Kid. And for the debut in the store, we had samples of the GG kit, the Adela kit, which is a green and a gray, and then Sarah's kit, which is a hot pink, and Adela's color had speckles in it. So the three of us, I'll put pictures in so you can see all three, but they've made up a whole bunch of beautiful kits. Again, it's a duo of Lola Bean and the Lamb and Kid. Fabulous, fabulous. I was so excited because the pattern wound up being #1 on Ravelry this weekend. So I did say it was free, right? Go get you a copy. Go get you a kit. I will put all the information below. But let's, for a minute, talk about Bainbridge Island, Seattle, Washington. Can we do that? Because I think I have shared with you guys in the past, or maybe I haven't. I usually keep that stuff to myself. But I am normally a little apprehensive when I go to new places that the population is predominantly not people that look like me. And this apprehension is based on experience. I have had situations where people don't know me and they question who I am and why I am and why are people talking to me and why do people want to take pictures with me. And I usually see all of this. I usually see people staring at me. I usually see people talking about me, for lack of better words. And so there's a little bit of apprehension. I kind of brace myself for the impact, is if is a good way to say it. But when I tell you, none of that happened while we were on that island. None of that. None of that. Everywhere we went, where we went and had, this is how good this food was that we had for breakfast, because normally I take pictures, I video, record my food. I did not. Those biscuits, baby. Listen. And then we was hungry, so we was trying to order one of everything off the menu, the three of us. And it was one of those cases where you just hungry because ain't no way you could eat all of that. But we got to taste a little bit of everything, and everything was so good. The people in the restaurant, everybody was super kind. Like, no side eye, no, fake smiles, none of that. I felt comfortable, if that's the word, comfortable. And if you find yourself in the Pacific Northwest, you must go to Lamb and Kit. I have been to quite a few yarn stores in my day. And when I tell you that place is absolutely fabulous, Sarah's sense of color attacks you at the door. The pace is so open, and the colors that attack your senses, and the samples that are all over the place, it's a fabulous place. A fabulous place. She calls her staff, the kids, fabulous. They took care of us. I won't be so bold to say as I speak for Adela and Jimmy, but I can tell you that we had a good time. The average person was apologizing for the rain, and I'm like, ain't that what happens here? Doesn't it always rain? I was able to go over on the ferry, which was amazing because I'm a big Grey's Anatomy person. So I was like, that's over there where Meredith fell in the water that time. So it was a good weekend. Good in that I had a good time. Not so good in doing the quick drive-bys to the West Coast is painful. But I did think ahead, and I took yesterday off. So I did absolutely nothing yesterday, and I needed to do that. So I'm going to put a little clip in after here so you guys can kind of get an idea of what the weekend was like. Cute, cute, cute. We had a ball. I had tried these gloves on only because I wanted to take a picture of my nails in the gloves. I mean, why would I not? And Sarah was like, oh, Gigi, take them. You have to have them. They scream Gigi. Are these not cute? Now, before you ask, there is no pattern for these. Well, I'm sure you can find a pattern for these, but Sarah bought these gloves pre-made, and she over-dyed them. So, love it, love it, love it. So that was Bainbridge. That was the yarn that I was hiding from you. This is why we went out. And the pattern is called the Duet Shawl, and the kits are on sale at the Lamb and Kit. I will put the link to the pattern below, and I will put the link to the kits below as well. That was that. Now let's talk about knit collage. I got my jelly. I don't know who to look at. just gonna keep smiling until we get a good picture. Because
It's a video. Like last time I was like,
right.
Looks good.
There you go. Look.
Oh my god, so cute. Look how pretty. How pretty. Look at
Let me move closer. There we go.
When you move closer, I move closer. I know you.
So she could find the perfect shot.
Exactly.
I had to make sure that I got it on video so she could get all her snaps and everything.
I said I didn't capture the surprise. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't have my camera. Shame on me.
same on you.
These are, I know. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's do that again. Number one. Cheers. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, I think I told you guys that I always participate in, I want to say this is my 3rd or 4th time participating in the knit along, and this is the spring make along this year. And yes, Gigi, did you make that bag? I did, and I did. Look at this, guys, leather base. This is the, what's the name of this? It's almost sold out. Why I'm telling you this is because tomorrow is the last day to purchase your kits if you plan on participating in the make along. So this is the dumpling bag. You buy the yarn and then all the accessories you get separately. So you have to get this little thingy bob and the handles and these divots, I think they're called, for the side. But I made, yeah, I did. So what you may not know is I learned to crochet first as a kid in summer camp. So it was nice to kind of go back to my roots. But I made this bag. I did. And I'm so proud of me. So proud of me. So, again, I'm going to, I think I've shared with you guys in the past that I'm affiliate for Knit Collage. So I'm going to share my link. You have the rest of today and tomorrow until like midnight Pacific time. So it's like 3 a.m. our time. East Coast time. But you have time if you were looking for it, and if you feel so moved, I'd appreciate it if you use my link. Again, I will share that information in the, and this is called the dumpling bag. There is another bag that's included that is knit. There's sweaters. There was a bonus just added. And the thing about their make along, once you join and you buy your kit, you get all of the patterns that are included. So whether you opt to make this and you want to make the cardigan or you want to make that beautiful shawl, you will still get the patterns for everything. The patterns are exclusive to the make along, and they usually are exclusive for 6 months to a year. So that's another value to joining the make alongs. And it's called the make along, of course, because you have crochet as well as knitting involved. But I will share my link so you guys can join if that's what you want to do. What's up? Oh. So I was working on my Nydia cardigan, and I'm going to put a picture right here because Miss Vanessa stopped by to see us while we were at the Lamb and Kid, and she had on the pullover version of the Nydia pattern. And I, of course, had on my cardigan because I finished. Now, if you follow along, I've been putting shorts up, so you've probably seen that. But you haven't had me kind of tell my story, tell my experience. First time doing any of her patterns. I think I've said that to you guys before. But here she is. The buttons, in my opinion, and everybody else's opinion, were the perfect addition to it. She fits like a glove. And I have to tell you guys a funny story. So, the day after I finished, because I'll put a picture here for you of the picture when, you know, I got dressed and I went outside. Because you guys know I go and I do like a full-on photo shoot. Yeah, I do. So the next day I put it on too. I threw on a pair of jeans and a denim shirt, and I threw the sweater on. Again, I said it fits like a glove. I've talked oftentimes that my twins often stop me when it comes to making certain sweaters. And if I do make a sweater, I make it oversized. I don't make it cropped and fit. We had this whole conversation, right? So I get out the car. I'm going to replenish Gunner's snacks. And I see this man looking at me and smiling. So my instinct is always, when I don't recognize someone, I looked back to see if there was someone behind me to turn around and see he was definitely looking at me. So, okay. So he looked like he was about my age. So high school, is he from my hometown, Patterson? Did I grow up with him somehow? I'm trying to figure out. So as I get closer to him, he's reaching for a card. He was like, I got your card for you. And I was like, okay, thank you. I'm like, do I know you? When I got close to him, I realized he wasn't looking in my face. The twins had him in a chokehold. And he was like, oh my God. He was like, I'm so sorry. He said, as a man, when you see something that you like, you just have to say something. He said, and you got out of that car. He was like, oh my God, what is your name? Can I be your friend, please? He still ain't looked in my face. My eyes could have been hollowed out. He couldn't, somebody could have offered him $1 million if they could have asked him if I had glasses on, and he would have lost that $1 million because he right here. The twins had him in a chokehold. I was like, Jesus, I can't wear this sweater if this is the reaction I'm going to get. Funny. He was like, please, can I be your friend? I said, you didn't ask the most important question, which is a lie. He was like, you're in a relationship, you have somebody. So I just looked at him. He was like, I figured that. He was like, if I could just be that sweater in my next life. Sir, I just kind of left him standing there. I had to walk away. Funny. So I said, I wasn't wearing my sweater no more. Everybody was like, you better wear that sweater. Forget that creep. I was like, but very, very pleased. When I wore this sweater over the weekend, so many compliments, so many people came up, and everybody keeps asking about this stitch. So I asked Vanessa, was there a name to it? Because it's just what did she say? It was called a lace background, or I told her we're going to call it the Vanessa stitch because she uses it a lot in her patterns. But it's a lace stitch. It's a combination of slip ones and knit ones and yarning over and passing over and all that kind of business. So again, if you like texture, forgive me, if you love texture, this is a great pattern to make. And like I said, it comes in the cardigan or the pullover. It comes, I did a crop version. It comes full length. I did 3/4 sleeves. You have the option of 3/4 or full sleeves. So you have options. Great pattern. I highly recommend it. I will put the link to the pattern in the down bar for any case anybody is interested. So that was, talked about the duet. I talked about the stuff. What else did I want to tell you? Knit stars. So Normally, the early bird cart opens and is closed, and you have to wait until the fall to get an opportunity to purchase any Knit Start classes, master classes. However, right now is the sale for the exclusive yarn, and the only way that you can get the yarn is if you purchase season 8. So this year they opened up so you can purchase season 8 again. I will put another affiliate. If you're interested, I'll put my link in the bio. The stars, I think I said this before, I'm a little biased because I work with them and I've been helping them and I'm so proud of them. So I will put my link below. In the link, it gives you all the details of who the stars are and what their courses are and what they're going to be teaching you and why I think you should get this season 8. I am gassed. They're going to be phenomenal. But on that same vein, right, I have often had people tell me that they wanted to see my course, but Knit Stars wasn't in the budget. And I get that, right? So there's a new version or a new addition to the Knit Stars family. Excuse me. And it's called Yarniverse. And Yarniverse gives you access to 45 plus of the master classes. What's different about the Yarniverse is you pay for it monthly. It's $39 a month, or you can pay annual. And you heard me say 45 classes. So where you're going to get 45 anything for $39 is rare. So that's an option. My course is included. And what's different about this is what I was starting to say. So forgive me. Let me backtrack a minute. Is with Yarniverse, it's broken up into tracks. So are you a starter? Are you a sweaterer? You know, you can take the track that you feel that fits you, kind of custom to your making journey, if you will. And this way you kind of know what order to take the courses in. And I just think it's a great way to be introduced to the magnificence of the Knit Stars Masterclass, because it's like nothing you can even imagine if you've never experienced them. So that's another way, and I will put that link in the bio as well for you. So if you're interested, you want to give it a try, you don't really have $229 right now, $39 a month will get you 45 classes instantly. It's immediate access. And like I said, if you were looking for my course, you will have access to it in the Yarniverse. So I will share that as well. Now let's talk about what I'm working on right now. So Friday night, while we were at Lamb and Kid, I did not get an opportunity to, I didn't have anything to knit. I finished my shawl on the plane, literally. Like, I bound off the last stitch right before the wheels hit the ground. Like, I knit all the way there. I usually sleep as soon as I get on the plane. I knit all the way there so I could finish. So I didn't have anything to knit. So Saturday, before we opened up, I asked Sarah. I had fallen in love with one of the samples, and I asked her to put some colors together for me. And I was never one to like carry two strands together to kind of impact the material that you're making, or I just, I would get a yarn and I would use that. Sarah has truly introduced me to the significance or the impact of holding two different bases together to create a material. So I am making another shawl, and this is the Elmer, and the color of this Elmer, I'll put the colors in the base. I will say to you, this is the OMGG in Birdie. And this is the Elmer. And I'm holding these two together. So I'm going to do these two, and then I'm going to take those same two colors, that same birdie, and hold it with this, the darker one. So I'm going to have like a color blocked shawl. And that's what I'm working on. So I'm excited to see the outcome. And if by itself, this is a little too gold to me, but what you get by combining the two, I promise you, Adela and Sarah are color geniuses, because I would never think to put these two colors together. I can't imagine the outcome, and I'm loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. So that's what I'm working on right now. And this is called, I'll put the name of it. It's another free pattern, and I'll put the name of it in the down bar. And it's your perfect Netflix, knit and Netflix and knit type of pattern, because it's an easy repeat for you to remember, and mindless. So that's what I'm working on. Speaking of Netflix, do I have any Bridgerton fans here? Have you watched Queen Charlotte? In the comments, let me know if you watched Queen Charlotte yet. We'll talk about it on the next episode, because let me know if you watched Queen Charlotte. And I'm going to end here. Once again, if you ask me what was the best thing about my trip this weekend, and yet again, it is the people. I have met some of the most kindest people ever. And one of the people that I met, and I believe her name was Pat. I know her handle is Skyhag on Instagram. And she left a quote under one of my posts that said, "You are entirely up to you." And that just hit me square in the chest. Square in the chest. You get to decide what you react to, how you react to it, who you allow close, who you stay away from. That's entirely up to you. And that just like, pow, right there. You are entirely up to you. So, thank you for deciding to watch my video this week. I appreciate you. I will put all of the information that you need if you are interested in anything that I share. The knit collage, I'm going to put that up top because that ends tomorrow. The Knit Stars information, whether you want to get an entire season or you want to try out Knit Stars and do Yarniverse, I'm going to put the links for that down. I'll put the information about the duet shawl, the free pattern, as well as the link to get the kits. I will also put the link for the shawl that I'm working on right now, which is also a free pattern. And that's all I got. So it's Mother's Day weekend coming up, isn't it? If you are a mom, happy Mother's Day. If you still have your mom, enjoy her. If you have your mom in your heart only, because she has passed on, be easy with yourself this weekend. And that's all I got. Have a fabulous rest of the week on purpose. And I'll talk to you guys next time.